So now that you've had a chance to learn more about what AI actually is and some of the safety, privacy, and academic concerns that can come with it, let's dig into how you might use AI as a student, but with integrity. So what is integrity? Well, what we mean by integrity here is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. So in this case, it's how you can use AI in positive ways that support your learning and growth. So what are some ways you can use AI for school? There are two main tools we're focusing on today: Gemini and Notebook LM. You can access both of these tools safely from your ETHS 202 accounts, and you can do many of the same things with each of them. The main difference between Gemini and Notebook LM is where they get their data. For Gemini, it uses the entire internet to answer your questions or prompts, while Notebook LM allows you to upload your own documents and materials like your class notes or PDFs of readings. You can then either ask questions about those or use those to create other outputs. So both of these tools are great for you to try, and here's a few ways you might consider trying them. First, for example, you could have either one of these create a summary of topics. It could be about a general topic, something that you're reading and based off the material that you already have. You can also use it for brainstorming to get ideas. You can ask for feedback about something you're doing or your own writing and make corrections or changes based on that feedback. You can create a study guide to help you review material. You can quiz yourself on material to make sure that you're really understanding it. You can find gaps in something that you've written or something you've collected to see if you're having all the information from this multiple perspectives. Likewise, you can get those multiple perspectives to make sure you're understanding an issue from all sides. You can ask about real life applications of some of the things that you're learning if they don't feel connected at the moment that you're learning them. And then you can even create questions based on your material, again, for discussion or for further inquiry, as well as role playing if you want to go back and forth with the chatbot to get a more well-rounded view of a topic. So when you are doing this, you should be prompting and asking questions. You've probably heard about prompt engineering. If you are going to be asking questions of an AI tool, we do recommend you use the Create framework. The Create model helps you get better answers out of AI. So this involves providing context in your prompt about the background information to help it understand where you're coming from. Give the AI a role to play so it knows how it's going to be answering you. Is it answering you like a teacher or a mentor or a fourth grade student? It can do all of those things. Provided examples of what you're looking for, or give it an example of something you've written if you're trying to have it, match the tone of something that you're working on. Give it the audience who you want it to give its output for. Is it written at a certain reading level? Is it an overview with bullet points? That would be involved in audience. The task, the actual action you want it to do. And then don't forget to evaluate the output. Always check the output for accuracy. Remember, AI can make lots of mistakes, so you want to watch out for inaccuracies, avoid sharing too much personal information, make sure that you're checking for bias, and consider personal safety and ethics. And again, always check with your teacher. So another way we want to recommend using AI is using Gemini's guided learning mode. You can get to this mode by clicking on the tools icon in Gemini, and it actually is built on learning management or learning systems theories that help you understand a topic rather than just get answers. So in this example, I put in a question about trying to understand quadratic equations, and it was able to walk me through my learning so that I could go a little bit deeper and uncover the areas that I needed more support in. So you can always give that a shot to see if you can get a better understanding of a topic using Gemini, not just for the right answer. Whenever you use AI, do make sure you're citing it using MLA style. There's a link in this site that helps you understand how to do that. It's also able to be done in Noodle tools and similar. You do want to make sure, though, that in your works cited list that the author is not AI. Actually, the author section ends up being your prompt, so this could get pretty long, but that helps your teachers understand how you're using these tools to help guide your learning better. And then always make sure you're asking your teacher. Assume you cannot use it. I know Ms. Marsden already talked about this, but when in doubt, always check with them. So at this point, we want you to discuss in groups, either large or small, some ways you might use AI with integrity as a student at ETHS, and I'm sure your teacher has some thoughts as well. So go ahead and have that discussion, and thanks for listening. Don't hesitate to reach out if you've got questions for us.